Brush.
What? That doesn't have
Okay, so a lot of you are already making observations. You see stuff, you might hear stuff, and you want to keep those observations in your head because once we take a look, I'm going to ask who knows what animal this is, okay?
Who sees it?
James. James, are you okay? James.
So boys and girls, remember, if you want to tell me something, what do you do? Raise your hand. So who knows what kind of an animal it is? It is a snake. What kind of a snake is it? A python, yeah. And what kind of python? We're getting closer.
Oh, how'd you know that?
This is a ball python. Everyone say ball python. And you might be able to even tell. A lot of animals in the world get their names because of stuff that they have on their body or stuff that they do. So I want you to keep an eye on what the snake is doing and think about why it might be called a ball python. So also adults, if you want to take pictures, that's wonderful. Just please turn off the flash if you would. So do you see the snake doing anything that might give it a name, ball python?
Like it's it's like going around your finger.
It is going around, exactly right. And so it looks almost just like a ball, right? And so why do you think the snake would be wrapping around me, or maybe in nature, why it would need to wrap into a ball?
So it could stay safe.
Safe from who? From predators, very good. And so if another animal were maybe trying to hunt this snake, then the snake would be able to stay safe. But why else? Why do you think you would need to curl up like this?
Maybe if it has prey, then it will use that so it makes the prey squeeze it so the prey will have an air and then
Very good. That's exactly right. And so he said that this snake might squeeze another animal, its prey, until the animal died. It couldn't breathe anymore, and then it would swallow it. And so what do you think this snake might eat? Do you want to take a guess?
Mice.
Mice, yeah, exactly. And so this snake, here at the zoo, our snakes do eat mice. And they, how many times a day do you guys eat? How many times a day?
Three times.
3 times a day? How many times a week do you think this snake eats?
3 times.
In a week?
Yeah.
You're close, a little bit less though.
4 times a week. 1.
Once, you are exactly right. He eats once a week. His name, I should have introduced you. This is Abracadabra. Abracadabra. And Abracadabra eats on Thursdays usually. And so they don't move and they don't do as much as we do, so they don't need as much energy. So they don't eat as much as we do. Yeah.
I think that maybe
Ooh, she said a good word. Everyone say camouflage.
camouflage.
What does camouflage mean? What does it mean? Yes.
Like when people go hunting, they use camouflage, and camouflage blends you into into the bushes and trees and swamps.
Yeah, exactly. And so this snake has beautiful patterns on his body, right? And so these patterns would help him to blend in so other animals wouldn't be able to see him. And that's called camouflage. Good. Do you guys have questions?
Why doesn't it fight the deer?
That's a good question. So if a snake like this, if a ball python were out in Africa where they live, would you want to pick it up? Why not? Yeah.
Because they're wild.
Yeah, because it's a wild animal. But Abracadabra lives here at the zoo. And so these animals that we bring out to show you guys are used to being picked up and used to being touched. And so Abracadabra is okay because he knows that people give him mice. We're his friends. And also, he's just squeezing because he probably thinks I'm a branch. He's okay for now. There's no danger.
How much does it weigh?
He's pretty heavy, actually. I think he weighs I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Let me think. I think he weighs 2 kilograms, which would be about 5 pounds. Something like that. Yeah.
Once I was watching TV with my dad, and it was the Discovery Channel, and I saw the snake
Yeah.
and eat a deer, the bones of the deer he's spitting out.
Okay, there you go.
For a long time.
Yeah. And so snakes, maybe a much bigger snake could eat a deer. Abracadabra doesn't eat something that big because, like our friend over here said, he can swallow stuff whole. And the way that he does that, everyone put your hand on your jaw, just like this, and make like you're eating something. Feel how it just goes up, down, like that. A snake's jaw can actually open up. There's a hole right in the middle here, and he can open his jaw and surround whatever he's trying to eat and swallow it whole. So everyone put your hands out like this. Yeah, 1, 2, just like this. And then you're gonna go, oh, and then you can swallow whatever it is. Do it again. Oh. Yum, yum. And so if we could do that, if we could open up our jaw like that, we could eat a watermelon in one bite. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, we wouldn't even have to chew. Yeah.
Is it like do this?
Yes, and even out to the sides, not just up and down, but in all directions. Good questions. More question?
Well, it's like, and then you could see it going
Down the body. Yeah. Do you guys watch Discovery Channel, everybody?
Yeah.
So it takes a long time to digest something like a deer, right? And so you can see the deer kind of moving down the body. Yeah. Because, well, why do you guys think so? Why do you think he might have a magical name? What do you think? Yeah. Yeah, and so it might have something to do with his hiding colors, the camouflage that you said. Yeah, he blends in, and so it almost is like they disappear, just like magic. Yeah.
How long is he?
That's a good question. I will show you, and I'm actually going to let you guys touch now. So when I stretch him out, he's strong, you can see. Yeah, so snakes are about 80% muscle. They're mostly muscle. So he can curl pretty tight. So when I hold him out like this, you're going to touch in one direction only, up, down. Because what are they covered with? Snakes. What are they covered with? Scales, exactly. So you're going to touch in the same direction that their scales are going. Do you have a question?
This summer, me and my cousins seen a whole trail of scales.
Not really a question.
Oh, awesome. Because, because when snakes get older and when they get bigger, they shed. And so you might have seen a whole snake shed after those ones. Do adults want to tell?
Livy, did you touch it? Livy, did you touch it? Why not?
Here, one at a time.
Guys, everyone be quiet.
Yes, what's your question?
Enzo.
Me? If the snake squishes? Boys and girls, we need to stay quiet because the animal is out and your friend is asking a question and I can't hear her. What's your question?
Like, what happens if, like, somebody,
Boys.
squeezes the snake?
Well, he might not like that too much, but he is pretty strong and so I'm not holding him very tight, but you know, he can squeeze me probably tighter than I can squeeze him.
Feels like it's oily. It's like it was oily. It was oily.
Hold on 1 second. Guys, you're still too loud. We need to stay nice and quiet so Abracadabra feels comfortable, okay? Thank you. So do we have any last questions? Yeah?
Are you going to bring out more animals?
Well, here's what's going to happen. We're going to answer any final questions that you have about Abracadabra, and then I will tell you what's next. No.
You're brave.
You're brave. Boys and girls.
I'd be
Did you guys hear what she just asked? Say it again. Is it a boy or a girl? That's a good question. This is a boy, but only the keepers can tell us that. It's hard to tell because all of their stuff is on the inside, and so keepers tell us that he is a boy. We have one more question. No. So this snake is from Africa, right? What happens if the snake were to go outside when it's really cold out? What do you think would happen? He would go wild. But if he's used to it being really hot and it's really cold out, what do you think would happen? Yeah, he wouldn't do too well because this snake gets his heat from the outside. He needs the sun to keep him warm. And if there's not enough heat around him, then he would get sick. And so we're going to make sure that Abracadabra stays safe and inside. So I'm going to hold him and put him back in his pillowcase now, actually. So we're going to say, bye, Abracadabra.
Bye, Abracadabra.
Because the longer I hold him, he's actually taking my heat from me. And so you'll see he gets more active the longer I hold him. So we're just going to make sure he goes back in. So he does not live in this pillowcase. He just travels to class. Just like you guys come in a school bus, Abracadabra travels by pillowcase.